think environmental issues are important to every single person on this earth. It affects everybody in a different way. Floods, heat waves, drought, all sorts of things. It affects everybody. So I think it's important, incumbent on every single person here to be concerned about it. And for me, I've been very lucky and fortunate that I've been able to be involved in a project that helps to address the issue of the carbon footprint and also possibly solutions going forward like biofuels, etc. The key thing for me is actually looking at the carbon footprint, and I have a project that addresses that and also addresses the issues of how do we produce biofuel for sustainable aviation fuel, for example. But other than that, I'm also very much involved in looking at tiger preservation and also looking at the what we call in Malaysia the Orang Asli situation. And I personally have got some land that I'm now in discussions with the Orang Asli group to give them a portion of my land as their permanent reserve. I'm also working with the government to set aside part of my land as permanent animal reserve, and also to rear deer, so that we can give that as food for the tigers as they roam wild in the forest. I'm doing that with some partners and also with the government. So I think everyone there's no one industry that you can say is an industry that has to stop or cannot do anything. I think the important thing is what are you willing to do to make things more practical, more workable, and a win-win situation for every single stakeholder within the chain. I think, Alex, that there are three kinds of groups in this world. Number one is the government. Number two are corporations, industry. Number three are the people. I think all of these three stakeholders have to come together to come up with a workable, a win-win solution, because this climate crisis impacts everybody. So I think that the push has to come from the people, because if the governments don't listen to people, they have a problem. If industries don't listen to people, who's going to buy their products? So I think the democratization of this process, I use the word democratization of this process, is very important. It goes back to grassroots, which is the people movement. So I think companies, at the end of the day, are also made up of people. They all have to come together and come up with a workable and practical solution. It's not a zero-sum game. It's not that I give everything or I lose everything. All three stakeholders have to come together and come up with something that's practical, implementable and workable in the short, medium and long term. It's not an overnight answer. But I think if everyone comes together and understands each person's issues and problems, I think a solution can be found. I think everyone has a personal experience. You live today, I'm growing up in a time where there was more rain before. Some places there's less rain than before. Some places it's getting so hot, I've never experienced that. So this issue of climate crisis is something real. Everyone experiences it. Either we experience it individually in the papers, in the news, we all see it. So for me, do I have an opportunity to do so? Everyone has to do something. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to wait for the other person to do something. The buck stops with you. So for me, I've been very lucky that I came across a project that I was able to say, hey, this thing maybe works. We can get it to be implemented. And it can address the carbon footprint issue. It can produce, a solution for biofuels. It can produce a biochar for the animal industry, for animal feed, fertilizer, many, many things. So to be involved in something like that, it's what a God-given opportunity. So that's what excites me, that's what drives me, and that's what keeps me going as far as this is concerned.